What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Today we're gonna do the pet showdown, and we're gonna compare 3 DPS pets, or pets that do damage themselves. For this comparison, we're gonna take a look at the Steam Robot, the Mighty Dragon, and the Monkey King. Now, remember that in place of the Steam Robot, you could also just assume that a Ramster or an Etherean is going to get very similar results, as they both have roughly the same base damage scaler, plus they have the same attack rates, plus they all do area cleave. So for the purposes of this video, we're just going to compare these 3. Now, I've got 3 different ones with 215 upgrades on it. You see this Steam Robot is at 215, this Dragon is at 215 with 3 projectiles, and this Monkey King is at 215 as well. Now, taking a look through just the basics of the 3 pets, the Steam Robot is a melee range pet, so you have to be up close and personal. It does do an area cleave, so it's going to hit all of the enemies in the area. It is going to drop from the Wave 15 loot chest at the end of Wave 14 in Lava Mines, or you can get a higher quality one for killing the Demon Lord in Alchemical Labs. Now, obviously, as a starter, you could grab one from Lava Mines, but you're really going to want to get the one from the Demon Lord, there's no doubt about it. Now, the Dragon Pet, of course, comes at Wave 15 of the Summit. In addition to that, it has a chance of dropping from the Summit Victory Chest after defeating the Ancient Dragon at the end. Now, same thing here. Ideally, you would get a dragon from that Victory Chest. However, it's rough pulling. I personally have only seen one out of that final chest on the Summit so far, so much easier to farm these on Wave 15. And then the Monkey King, of course. It is going to be the Wave 15 pet from Endless Spires, or it's going to drop from the Gobu mech in Throne Room. Same thing here. You're going to get the highest quality if you get it from the Goblin mech in Throne Room, no doubt about it. Now, referring all these to survival, of course, and there's a few unique differences with each pet. First things first, let's go ahead and take a look at them. So starting off with the Steam Robot, just to keep everything relatively fair, I am going to be using a Blood Boil Squire here. And as I said, they're all at 215 upgrades. However, there is RNG involved with their base damage roll, so it's not 100% accurate, but it is a rough comparison of the 3. So taking a look at the Steam Robot here, it is just dishing it out. It's doing 1.634 million per attack. It's attacking every 0.16 seconds. So it's getting some attacks in there, and I think we'll see it will probably stabilize out right at about 8.8 million, 8.7 million damage per second. So yeah, it looks like 8.7 to 8.8. Now let's go ahead and let this dummy reset, and we'll take a look at the Dragon. Now the Dragon, there's a few tough things with it. First off, it's got an additional level of RNG that the melee pets don't have, and that is its number of projectiles. It is absolutely hard. It seems like, to me, RNG hates me, RNG hates us all. Every time I get a really high roll dragon, it is always 1 or 2 projectiles, and you really have to get this pet at 3 projectiles to be able to maximize the possible damage output. Now let's go ahead and throw this bad boy on. Our target dummy is reset, and let's get up here and see where this is at. Now, the Dragon is hitting for 1.445 million per shot. It's got 3 projectiles attacking every 0.4 seconds. So you're getting 3 projectiles 2.5 times per second, and you see that is resulting in slightly higher DPS output. Now, the problem with this, obviously right now I'm in an ideal situation. My Blood Boil can't expire. I've got 1 target here. So you don't have to worry about, any of the projectiles going stray. the damage from this pet is really going to 100% be all about having all three targets, or all three projectiles, hit your target. Now, this one's going to settle out at, 9.8 to 9.9 million DPS, so it is more overall DPS. However, it's so dependent on those three projectiles to hit. Now we'll back off once again and we'll take a look at the Monkey King. Now the Monkey King is the single target damage king in the game. It does ramp up damage. It takes 3 hits to get at its cap and then it just stays there at the cap. I actually got a horrendously low base damage roll on this monkey and it still just dishes out the pain. However, the Monkey King has got several negatives that go along with it. First off, it's straight up single target DPS. So, how many boss fights do you see in Dungeon Defenders where there's one boss standing out all by his lonesome with nothing else in the area? Well, obviously that just doesn't happen. So, the Monkey King can get distracted. It can go to the target that you don't want it to go to. In addition to that, it seems to have a little bit of questionable AI when swapping targets and sometimes does not want to attack a target or is attempting to attack a target that is outside of its range. And that, of course, just results in it floating there. So the Monkey King still has a little ways to come, even though it is without a doubt the single target damage king in Dungeon Defenders Awakened. It's just got some usability issues, and that, of course, is going to be the problem. So looking at the damage output of these, ranked highest to lowest, the Monkey King is the highest, the Dragon would be the second highest, and the Steam Robot would be the third highest. However, if I was to suggest one of these to you all, I would suggest the Mighty Steam Robot, for several reasons. First off, as I mentioned, it is cleave damage. Being cleave damage means it is going to hit all of the targets in the area and not just one of them. Which means if you're in that boss fight and there's a goblin that sneaks up next to the boss and the Steam Robot decides to hit it, it's still going to be hitting the boss as well. Now, in addition to that, it is just far, far more accessible to really every player, as you can get a high-quality Steam Robot from the easiest of the 3 bosses. So Alchemical Labs and the Demon Lord is where you're going to want to farm this robot, and that is where I got this one. As you see, this one's 311. It's not even near the top of what you could get, but boy, it just dishes out the pain, and that cleave range is actually amazingly large. You can jump into a pack of enemies and you will see that 2.385 million number. Well, actually, it's not going to be that number in Massacre, but you'll see its damage number just ripple through the whole pack. The cleave range on it is very large. It looks pretty dang cool. It's got a not irritating sound when it's attacking. And altogether, that kind of makes the Steam Robot a win, in my opinion. Now, as I mentioned, it's the same thing as the Ethereum or the Ramster. The Ramster, a higher quality one there, would drop from the summit at the end of Wave 25 and the boss. And the Ethereum is going to drop from Throne Room. Now, these are basically the same. They're going to be in AoE cleave. It's going to hit everything in the area. Same attack rate, same base damage, so extremely similar. Notice the noise, though. I got it turned way down, but the noise is mildly irritating. Same thing with the Ramster. I didn't even bother upgrading this Ramster, but you all can get the point here. It's going to get down to the same attack rate as the Steam Robot. But boy, when this one's going to town, it is just ridiculous. The sound it makes is just absurd, and if you're fighting on a squire in big packs of enemies, it can be absolutely overwhelming. So as far as the big 3 goes with damaging pets, the Steam Robot, the Monkey King, and the Dragon, I would definitely suggest anyone that's interested in doing a pet damage build, without a doubt go with the Steam Robot. It's the easiest to get, it doesn't have the RNG involved that the Dragon has in it, and it doesn't have the targeting issues that the Monkey King has. So hopefully this helps answer some of you all's pet questions. get you a steam robot, y'all. They're cool as hell and super fun. But that will do it for now. Thank you all an absolute ton for watching. Make sure to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know down in the comments below anything that you would like to see in Dungeon Defenders Awakened, and I will do my best to get it covered. Thanks again, y'all. I'll see you next time.